Construct validity. It's a subjective judgment that an instrument is adequate. So we can look at face validity. An individual decides if an instrument is a good fit or not. Then we can look at content validity, which is where a group of judges or experts deem the instrument is representative of what is being measured. So we can either have face validity, where one person decides if the instrument is good, or content validity, with a group of experts, so to speak, decide if it's good. Criterion validity is when the adequacy of the instrument is judged by comparing the instrument to some type of standard. And those standards are usually concurrent validity and predictive validity. Concurrent validity is where groups of people score differently as expected on a concept. So, for the love of nature, compare hikers to people who hate nature, and you should see a big difference. With predictive validity, it projects a future outcome or event. So high-risk takers are expected to engage in higher risk activities than non-risk takers. So if you're surveying both, you can expect different answers. We can also look at convergent validity and discriminant validity. Discriminant validity is where we can compare a previously validated instrument and that measures different variables. For example, we have 4 total measures, 2 of which measure indoor activity and 2 of which measure outdoor activity. So overall, we're looking at some similar stuff, but they're slightly different. Convergent validity is when we compare to previously validated instruments. So if somebody scores high on one specific instrument and we're measuring that same kind of concept but with a different instrument, we expect them also to score high. Let's go over a few examples here to kind of check ourselves. Face validity is considered an excellent measure of validity. And that's not true. We need other types of validity to make sure that we're getting where we need to be. Content validity is essentially the same as face validity, and we also know that's not true. Concurrent validity requires documenting 2 or more groups of people who score differently on a concept in expected ways. That's accurate. Comparing the results of summer camp applicants received on a suitability for the job ratings versus final ratings their supervisors gave at the end of the camp is an example of predicted validity. And this is true. So we look at something we thought would happen, and we look at what happened, and we found out it was true. If a group of park rangers who scored high on a previously documented valid test for assertiveness have low scores on a newly developed measure for shyness, the new test is considered to have convergent validity. And that's not true. We're looking at 2 different things. Or 2 different instruments, I should say.